NSDC's eSkill India has joined hands with American India Foundation for enhancing employability skills and providing career guidance to college students through its course Essential Employability Skills for Indian Youth. You can follow 4 simple steps to enroll in this course. Step 1. Log in or register yourself on eSkill India portal. To enroll in the course, click on the above banner on eSkill India portal. The banner will appear on the eSkill India main page. In case banner is in motion or not visible, you can click on the corporate training button available to reach the NSDC AIF training program. If you have registered yourself before, you can log in and continue. But if you are a new user, click on sign up, fill all the details. You will need to verify your phone number or email ID. Once verified, click on I agree to terms and conditions. You have now completed the registration process. Now you can log in and enroll in the course. Step 2. Enter coupon code. After you have logged in, enter the coupon code and click submit. Step 3. Select course and language. The course is available in 2 languages. To do the course in English, click here. Kindly remember, you will not be able to change the language of the course after enrollment. Select the language of the course carefully. Click on Enroll. Click on OK. Step 4. Go through all the modules and clear the final exam to earn any certificate. After completing all the lessons in each module, you will have to give final assessment. Completing the final assessment is mandatory to complete the course and earn certificate. To give final exams, click on Final Exam. Each candidate will be given 3 attempts to clear the exam or improve the final score. The best score out of the 3 would be displayed on e-certificate. Now click on Quizzes. Click on Take Quiz and complete the quiz.
BMM, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So the thing is, when you talk about career, yeah, students, it plays a very, very important role in our life, because we people, when you talk about education, we people are quite concerned about our careers, especially doing, semi-management courses. We are quite conscious and, quite focused that what after degree, what should we do after degree, what next? And this question generally comes when we start our college, when we start up with our first year of, BMS or BMM. Some people, they decide at the very first day only that what they wanted to do. Especially when people take commerce, they decide, okay, fine, we'll do BMS, and after that we'll do MMS. Some people decide that after BMM we'll do masters in mass media. But there are n number of options when you talk about in management students, or after graduation what you really wanted to do. So you have post-graduation diplomas in n number of courses available. Then for the BMS students, yes, the most important decision is regarding whether we should go for Masters in Management Studies or MBA. Both are very similar. MMS is Masters in Management Studies and MBA is Masters in Business Administration. There's just slight change in the abbreviations, but the syllabus or the subjects are quite similar. Students who wanted to do MMS and MBA can actually make their career in marketing, finance, human resource management, operations, information technology, strategic management, international business, business ethics, and corporate social responsibility. Today, there are so many colleges which provide you n number of specialization students, and whichever course or subject tempt you and you are interested in, you should actually focus on that. BMS maybe, I think so, in SY BMS, when you move into SY BMS, I think SY BMS ke bhi students honge kafi, SY TY ke. So you have opted for the specialization, right? Or there are FY BMS students. Hello? Are there SY TY students are also there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So I hope, yeah, you all would have opted for specialization, right? Marketing, finance, human resource management, all these things, right? So one thing I would like to tell you students that after BMS, if some people are opting for post graduation, they should continue with it. If some people think that yes, we should give a break and we should go for a job opportunity, that is also a very good thing. You can take an experience and can go for further studies from the very good colleges. As today, some of the good colleges, when you give CAT, CET, all these exams, entrance exams, they prefer the students who have practical experiences. So you can go for that, and others can, if not planning, there can be also. Okay, there are more TY BMM students. Great. So BMM students actually think about masters in mass media. It's not that you can only make your career in mass media. You can also do MSc, also in finance, international marketing from reputed institutions. You can also do journalism, courses of journalism. You can also do courses in advertising, digital advertising. In fact, your University of Mumbai Garware Institute provides you, mass media, PGDM in mass media, in different specializations, in journalism, in ad making, uh, in retail, and n number of subjects, courses are there. So you can actually go for that particulars also. Mass media has a vast, you can say right now, there are many opportunities. It has a vast scope in today's world, especially in digital world. So you can actually opt for digital courses when if you are trying for post graduation in mass media. In fact, mass media students can also do MBA and MMS. It's not only that only you can make a career in mass media only. You can also do MBA and MMS. You can do MMS and MBA in marketing specialization, because the subjects are related. When you opt for the marketing as a specialization, the subjects are international marketing. You can do stress management marketing. There are these kinds of subjects which can help you out to make your career in. It will really help you out to understand how international marketing can help you out, or stress management marketing, or retail marketing, or sales or distribution marketing will help you out with n number of job opportunities in the market. So there are n number of specializations and with n number of options available. You can go for these options also, students. Then if the people, BMS or BMM students, if they are side by side doing any competitive courses, that is also very good. If you are going for CA, that is chartered accountancy, especially BMS students do, BAF students do. Then CS also you can do with students, because CS in company secretary, basically, the most focus is given on English communication. So it can really help you out also, that after or side by side, simultaneously with BMM you can do CS, so your communication, your English can get improved, and after that you can actually opt for writing skills, journalism, doing some diploma courses and these specializations which can help you out. There are n number of institutes. Apart from Garware, there is IIT Indore, IIMs Indore. Sorry, there are so many colleges in Delhi also. There are so many colleges in Indore also, which provides you mass media and specialization courses in mass media. You can also opt for online courses. Students, right now, due to pandemic, you cannot actually go somewhere and give your mark or presentee. So you can opt for online courses. You can learn how to write, especially because when you talk about mass media, the most important thing over here is your creativity. How you actually come up, how you actually show your creativity in writing, in drawing, especially when you are taking up or you are opting for advertising making. So making up of advertisements, representing, color choosing, all these things are the things which you can learn by doing some online courses. So these are the certain options available for BMS and BMM students. So any questions, I would like to take questions from the students so that I can answer your queries.
Students, you can either unmute yourself and ask ma'am, or you can also put it in the chat box.
Yeah, any questions, students? All are quite focused that what students have to do, because what everybody has to do after BMM and BMS. Anything you wanted to know, that how you can approach, how you can go for selection of any of the specialization?
Ma'am, we have a question in the chat box.
Yes.
By Yagesh Sharma. So he's asked, ma'am, can you please tell us more about digital marketing courses?
Digital marketing courses, yes. Digital marketing courses, you can actually opt for, like, there is e-commerce and digital marketing course which is available, which actually teach you how you can make ads through use of your laptops or computers. Then there is like a course again on digital marketing which helps you to liaising between the people who are available, who have the shops, and how you can actually market their products on their behalf on digital platform. So you can actually learn this course also. Now when you talk about this ना, शॉप के ऊपर जो है आप कैसे उनका प्रोडक्ट लेके आप कैसे उन लोगों के प्रोडक्ट्स को मार्केट करेंगे, इट इज अगेन अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कोर्स स्टूडेंट. आपको इसमें काफी रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट करना पड़ता है. आपको रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है जो लोगों को अभी पसंद आ रहा है. कई बार क्या होता है, मेनी ऑफ द पीपल डज नॉट प्रेफर ब्रांडेड प्रोडक्ट्स, राइट? दे रिक्वायर्ड लोकल प्रोडक्ट्स. So there are certain people, shopkeepers, who provide you their products at a cheaper rate, and on their behalf you can market those products. Yes, somebody was saying something in between. Then there is a web app development course. You can actually learn this course. You can develop the websites for the people who does not know how to develop the websites, and can help them to put up their business information on that particular website.
Are there any more questions, guys? If not,
Yes, we have two more questions, Aparna. So we have one from Mehak Sukhani. Any specific foreign university for mass communication and MBA?
Foreign universities. Foreign universities for
communication and MBA, ma'am.
Mass communication, yes. Mass communication and MBA. Madam, today MBA is, you can say, every other person is doing MBA. Even though when you talk about the people from banking sector, even doctors today are doing MBA. So when you talk about foreign universities, yes, Australia, University of Australia, University of Canada, they are the University of Barcelona. They provides mass communication, study in mass communication as well as journalism. जर्नलिज्म के ऊपर काफी अच्छे कॉलेजेस हैं वहां पर.
Ma'am, we have another question from Aniket. He has asked that can we prefer postgraduate or an MBA in a specific field?
Yes, you can. That's what I said. MBA you can do in a specific field also today. You can take international business management. You can take finance. These are certain specialization, Aniket, in which you can make or opt for your career. For example, if you're doing MBA, so MBA you can do it in finance. Finance, there are n number of subjects. For example, there are derivatives, there are commodities, equities, there is financing in rural sector, there is mergers and acquisitions. These are the subjects you will be learning. So if you are taking finance, you will actually get A to Z of finance when you're opting for specialization finance. When you're opting for marketing specialization, again, there are n number of subjects related to marketing. For example, like retail, sales and distribution, marketing management itself. So these are the subjects related to marketing. If you're talking about human resource management, then there is a recruitment and selection. There is a certain laws related to compensation management. So all A to Z subjects of human resource you will learn. So that will help you better, and in a very elaborative format you will learn all these specializations. In fact, you can do PGDM also in certain, specializations.
Ma'am, we have one more question. So a student has asked that, can you tell us a course that is highly in demand right now or which has a lot of opportunities in the future?
Yes. So when you talk about the courses in demand, it all depends upon, like, for example, now when you talk about post-graduation, if you're doing MMS or MBA, or you're doing mass media. So in pandemic, if you really talk about, IT sector boomed like anything. Journalism, people were there day and night giving us all reports and everything. If you're interested into that, you can go for journalism also. When you talk about finance sector also boomed. Is that clear? In pandemic also. There were, there were a lot of opportunities in project financing because due to, there was a lot of ups and downs in the businesses. So people require a lot of money. So in project financing, people really work hard to make people give a lot of money. So project financing is there. Finance is again a field where you can go for it. Then human resource management, yes. HR is again a field where you can make up your career. It's not always about that HR वाले सिर्फ क्या काम करते हैं कि बस ऑफिस में बैठ के लोगों का रिक्रूटमेंट करते हैं या सिलेक्शन करते हैं. नहीं, HR वालों का भी बहुत सारा काम होता है. To apply from rules, regulations, policies से लेकर compensation management, all kind of work is done by human resource people. Then when you talk about future opportunities, if you are interested in share market, go for learning about derivatives. If you are interested in finance, if you're really interested in share market, if you're really interested in learning finance, go for derivative markets. Yagesh. There are a lot of opportunities you can learn in this. In share market, अगर आपको एक बार interest आ गया तो आपको बड़ा मजा आएगा. Then you can work as a share market consultant. You can work as a portfolio manager for the people. You can take big portfolios and can advise them that yes, over here you can put up the money, or which share is good, which scripts of the company should be purchased, all this thing. So that is quite interesting. And if you're a marketing person, then I'll tell you that if you're a marketing person, then you can go for digital marketing, learning about website designing, web apps designing, all these things. And for all, you have to be very particular about your communication and creativity. You should be quite excellent in your communication. You should come up with more and more creativity if you are a marketing person.
Thank you, ma'am. I think these were the only questions they had.
Yeah, I have a question as well.
Okay. Yeah.
As ma'am was talking about excellency in communication skills, um, ma'am, how do you think we should develop our skills? Like, should we be more verbal or should we be more like interactive?
See, when you are talking about, yes, verbal communication actually get holds when you are more interactive. Interaction means what? Where you are expressing your views, your ideas. But see, when you are talking to your friend, you become quite formal. So your communication quite changes there. But when you are actually representing your organization, or actually you are defining your idea to some people, then your communication should be very formal. So you should learn the language with certain jargons which gives weightage to your communication. That's more important. एक होता है एक अपने दोस्त या भाई बहन या फैमिली के साथ आइडिया शेयर करना या कम्युनिकेट करना, तो हमारी लैंग्वेज बहुत जनरल हो जाती है. बट जब हम हमारे आइडियाज को कंपनीज में प्रेजेंट करते हैं या हम प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए जा रहे होते हैं, there we require something very innovative in our communication skills. Something good words should be used so that you know the weightage or the influence made on the person or the people whom you're giving the presentation. It should be like, yeah, 100%. They're quite convinced. It should be a convincible communication. That's important. अब आपको एक सीधा सा आपको एक इसका एग्जांपल देती हूँ. You read newspaper, English newspaper.
Sometimes, yes, ma'am.
Sometimes, okay, fine. So whenever you read Economic Times or Times of India, there comes columns. Do you read columns? Columns by celebrities or columns by big people. Try to read those columns. You will literally find them very interesting, and sometimes they use such kind of words that you have to find the meaning from the dictionary. Very quite good words. और हमको लगता है जब हम वो words dictionary में से देखते हैं ना, अरे बहुत easy word था, हमको समझ में नहीं आया. So that is something very good. Start reading that columns. You'll really enjoy reading those columns. And yes, believe me, when you read those columns and all these things, your English will improve.
Thank you, ma'am. I will.
Ma'am, we have one more question. So Shivani is asking, so usually students of masters or postgraduate do ask for a PhD. So what all institutes provide PhD in India for mass communication and journalism?
Okay. Now for PhD, there are certain rules and regulations that you have to clear NET, SET or PET in mass communication and journalism. If you clear that, Shivani, then there, like University of Mumbai itself provide you PhD in mass communication and journalism. Garware Institute, there is a department of journalism also, from where you can do the PhD. PhD is, you can say, it's a defined research work of your work interest. If you really wanted to do, for example, like people do, what's the difference between English journalism and Hindi journalism? So that's how you can learn it. That's a research you have to do it. Very deep research. So that's what PhD is, and Department of Journalism provides you PhD. But you have to clear the competitive exam. Ma'am, for Garware Institute, I think it is associated with Department of Journalism and Mass Media. So via that, I think so they provide. Okay, welcome, ma'am. Any more questions? Yes, please, Pankaj. You can unmute your mic and can ask. Okay. Yes, you can. PhD in public relations, yes, it is possible. There are certain options available in Department of Mass Communication and Journalism and Mass Communication, and PR is a part of it. So you can opt for PhD in public relations. Yes, you can. Public relations and communication, again, you can go for PhD. You can actually can have some practical experiences by joining some of the agency or the corporate. Then you can actually go for public relation communication PhD, because this practical knowledge will help you out how to carry your PhD.
I think
Okay, welcome, Pankaj.
the questions.
Yes, please.
I think, ma'am, questions are done. I don't see
Okay.
any question in the chat box.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and such valuable information.
Welcome. I hope students are satisfied with my answers. They got what they actually really want.
Yes, I'm sure you've answered all their questions. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Aparna. Thank you, Ruchi. Oh, shall I leave?
Yes, ma'am, you can leave.
Yes. Thank you so much, students. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. So, guys, then our next speaker, Ms. Maria Sayed, I think she's also here. She's joined the meeting. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon, Aparna.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, ma'am, do you want to start?
Yes.
Yeah.
So firstly, good afternoon to all the students. It's good to see you all. And I believe that most of the students over here are from the BMM and BMS students who are pursuing BMM and BMS, right?
Yes.
All right. So today I'm here to speak about a very fast growing and ever evolving industry with a lot of opportunities for students, and that is events management. Now, when we speak about event management, today the industry have drastically gone a change, because of which there is a lot of demand for professional event managers. The industry is becoming very structured, because of which professionals in the fields are much required today. So, to give you a brief gist about what event management is and what are the kind of career opportunities that you have in this particular sector, I shall be just touching upon some important aspects of event management. So, when we speak about event management, event manager is someone who is able to take care of an event, irrespective of what kind of an event it is, has a thorough understanding of how to manage an event and how to execute it. This is one particular sector which involves multiple aspects. It is something which where you need to have understanding of marketing, you need to have understanding of good communication, you need to understand about the logistical requirements, technical requirements, and so on and so forth. And this, as I told you, is a fast evolving and ever growing industry. Events today is seen, particularly if you talk about events, it is something that you see in every sector. There is no sector where we do not have requirements of event managers. So to begin with, to give you an example, I, if we look at the wedding industry today, it has become a very, very huge industry with a lot of demand and scope for event managers. Earlier, when if we speak about wedding industry in the past 2 decades or so, at that point of time, event managers were not really, were only hired by specific class of people, that too for last minute arrangements. But if you look at the wedding industry today, the industry has gone drastic changes. The very first change that have come into picture is today the standard of living of people have gone high, because of which people can afford event managers. Also, it is considered as time saving because you don't have to worry about anything. You give your requirements to a certain person and everything is being taken care of. So today, people are opting for more and more event managers, and they want to give their requirements and things are being taken care of. Also, if you look at the wedding industry, it is something that is not limited to one day. It's very, very exciting. It is something where a lot of management is required, a lot of understanding of things are required. You are taking care of multiple things at the same time. You're taking care of hospitality, you're taking care of decoration, you're taking care of entertainment, guest management. And it is something that has become a style, a lifestyle requirement. It has become a necessity today. So if you see that even a middle class person nowadays prefers to have a wedding planner, as I told you, that it is something which is time effective and cost effective. Similarly, as I told you, that the demand and opportunities for event managers are increasing almost in every sector. Another sector where we saw, where I feel that there is a huge demand for event managers is your corporate sector. Now, when you speak about corporate sectors, there are multiple kinds of events which happen over here as well. Now, what are these kind of events? Number one is your business related events, which includes MICE events. MICE events includes meeting, conferences, and seminars which happen at every organization. It forms the crux of every organization. Along with that, there are multiple in-house events which are happening, HR kind of activities. For example, organizing events like family day or incentives for the employees. These kind of events are organized to keep the motivational level of the employees high. Similarly, another sector where we speak, another area in corporate is marketing. Now, marketing plays a very, very vital role. I'm sure you all are aware as to how marketing works. And for any corporate firm, it is so important to stay connected with your customers. And so companies are looking out for cost-effective ways of marketing, and one such marketing is experiential marketing. So experiential marketing is wherein customers get to experience the product before buying a product. So examples of product launches, examples of events which are organized to promote and sell a product would all come under experiential marketing. The traditional styles of marketing are slowly becoming obsolete, and therefore and which is being replaced by these kind of marketings. Now, when we speak about such marketing, a salesperson expertise is to sell the product, but an expertise to organize an event and promote and sell a product is of an event manager. Similarly, I'm sure you all are also aware about CSR events, corporate social responsibilities, right? You have heard about, I'm sure you must have at least studied about it or heard about it in your syllabus if you are doing bachelor's or in BMM or BMS. So are you aware about what is CSR events? Yes. Yes, so CSR events have become huge today. It has become a compulsion from the government itself that companies have to invest part of their revenues towards some social activities. They have to give back to the society. So CSR events are also becoming huge today. We see so many examples around us when it comes to CSR events. Examples like Mumbai Marathon or Pinkathon or the Reliance Education for All campaign. All of these kind of events are completely conceptualized, they are marketed, they are planned and executed by event managers. So if you look at the need and demand for event managers in corporate sector also, a major change that has come in is that now corporate fields are hiring event managers as full-time employees, something that was not happening maybe a decade ago. So there are inbuilt positions for event managers in multiple corporate sectors, where they are hired as event managers, event planners, event coordinators who are taking care of all kind of events happening in a corporate firm as well. One of the biggest sector and one of the sector where event managers were always required and needed, and in fact I must say that the demand for event managers in this sector is ever increasing, is your media and entertainment sector. Now when we speak about media and entertainment sector, there are multiple kind of things which are required over here. Uh, yes, as I told you that in media and entertainment sector, event managers were already required, but again we have seen a huge acceleration in demand for event managers in this field, mainly because of reality shows that came into picture. So you do understand that how important the knowledge of the media sector and broadcasting sectors comes into picture, because a lot of reality shows that we have today are being broadcasted on multiple platforms. There are so many reality shows which goes live on air. Now why do you require an event manager for for a reality show, for events like these? Now when we speak about reality shows, these are very different from your pre-recorded television programs. A lot of reality shows, when we speak of reality shows, there are multiple things which are required over here. You need a good understanding of handling crowds. So there is crowd management. At the same time, you need understanding of handling artists, because in every reality show you have some or the other kind of artist being involved. You need understanding of handling. So there is crowd management, there is artist management, there is contestant management, there is production, there is technical requirements, there are there is logistical requirements, and for all of these things the expertise who has all of these things are event managers. So you see that the demand in this sector have drastically increased because of the advent of reality shows. If you look at the number of reality shows which are happening nowadays, it is innumerable. In fact, in this pandemic situation as well, yes, definitely there was a break for it for some time, but the very first type of shows in the media sector that started was reality television. So this is one of the biggest sector where you require event managers. Similarly, when we speak about media sectors, that would also include all your live events, all your award ceremonies that happen. Now, these live events and award ceremonies are very similar to reality shows. They are similar because again you are handling huge crowd. You're handling crowd in 10,000s. There is venue management. Proper venues has to be selected. You need to take proper permissions. You need to have proper entertainment. You need to have, so production needs to be taken care of, lights, sound, all of these technical requirements also come into picture. So when we speak of live events and when we speak of award ceremonies, again there are multiple of them which are happening. Earlier I think award ceremonies were just limited to Filmfare Award maybe, but today there are so many awards which are happening. It is not just limited to films, there are award ceremonies in every category. So obviously if the number of events are increasing, the demand for event managers has to increase as well. And similarly, if you look at the way promotional events are also happening, in the media sector, I think that has also kind of escalated the demand of event managers. So when we speak about, promotional events before the release of a movie, there is a complete promotional event. There are song launches, there are trailer launches, celebrities go, actors go, they meet people, they try to interact with them and have all of these kind of events. Not only that, there are so many PR events also that happen. So PR events are any kind of events which celebrities do to stay in limelight. All such kind of events are being taken care of by event managers. Another very related sector to media would be sports sector as well, because when we speak about sports is also something that is being telecasted. It is something that is being broadcasted, and again with IPL, we saw a huge boom coming into the sports sector as well, and the demand for event managers drastically increasing here as well. So when we look at sports today, sports is not just limited to having your World Cups and stuff like that. There are leagues which have come into picture. Definitely with IPL, these leagues have come into picture. It's not just limited to cricket. There are football, for example, pro kabaddi. I think people had forgotten about kabaddi, but again with these kind of events, these kind of sports have also again gained a lot of attention from people. And if you look at the way these events are also organized, a lot of paparazzi is added. There's a lot of entertainment factor that is added. So you have an opening ceremony, you have a closing ceremony, celebrities are involved, they become ambassadors. So obviously it is going to attract more and more attention from people. It is going to attract more and more crowd, and therefore you would be needing good event managers to execute such kind of events professionally. Number of marathons, if you see, I think that has also increased drastically. It started with Mumbai Marathon, but I would today, if you see, I think there is a marathon for every age group. There's a marathon for in every category and in every sector. So this is definitely one of the, as I told you at the very beginning, that it is a very fast growing and fast evolving industry, and it is an industry which is always going to have opportunities, because events are something which is not going to stop, and the demand for professional event managers is very very high today in the industry. And it's not only limited about to execution of events. This is one industry which embraces multiple kind of things. So if somebody who is not good into execution, or he's not good on front stage, those people can opt in for concept, in conceptualizing your events. Those people can opt in for marketing your events. If you're good with creativity, definitely you have the digital marketing, you have creating and marketing, you have advertising your events. So when an event is happening, there is a lot of pre-event work also which happens, and a lot of people who are not very good or not comfortable with being on stage in the forefront opt for these kind of career opportunities in the event sector as well. So this is one sector which has so many multiple options available for students, and depending upon your interest, depending upon your how where your interest lies, you can decide which sector you can opt in for. So event management today definitely is becoming very very it's something that is very very fast growing. It's ever evolving, and with a lot of career opportunities for students there. And especially if you have a proper degree or some kind of an education into this sector, your chances in the industry, your standing in the industry becomes much better, because companies definitely looking for people who are ready, who are market ready, who have a proper understanding. They are not really interested in hiring you, training you, and then doing things like that. So you can definitely think about taking up event management as a career and doing having these proper kind of degrees and courses into event, which can help you accelerate your career into events as well. So I will be more than happy to take any kind of questions if you have related to the event management, and what kind of I think I was able to help you understand the kind of opportunities and the scope that you have in this area. But if any students have any questions, I'll be more than happy to take it.
Guys, please unmute yourself and ask, or type it in the chat.
Well, that's a very good question, Isha. Is during such time, is event management a good career option? Well, to tell you that event management is something that is about gathering of crowds, and in this pandemic situation, definitely the idea of events, or it is something which opposes the entire pandemic situation. It is all about social gatherings. Having said that, when this entire lockdown period started, yes, the industry went through. Event industry was was no different. It was affected as well. There was absolutely no events that was happening. But the second phase of the lockdown saw a lot of experimentation in the industry itself, and these experimentation were virtual events. Today, virtual events have become a part and parcel of our life. We are also meeting virtually today. So when we speak about virtual events, they're much it's not just about coming of people and be there on one platform itself. It is about, again, virtual events would also include a lot of things. It would include marketing your event. It would include getting people to attend your event. It includes planning your event, and then eventually execution. So now event managers are, in fact, it is expected that you should also have a technical know-how, that in case if you have to do a virtual event, how you are able to do it. The the season which was considered as not a very good season for events, was the rainy season, because how Mumbai rains are. But we saw a lot of events happening in that period as well. After that, we saw with when lockdown was started being lifted, and the relaxations were coming in, we saw a lot of events also happening on hybrid mode. Now hybrid is a combination of online and offline kind of events. So for example, if you have a meeting, okay, it's a conference or something like that, you have 50% people in present physically, and 50% present on the virtual mode. So such kind of events are now happening. And during the pandemic also, in fact, I would say that event industry was one of the boldest industry to come ahead and do an event. I would say IPL is the biggest example of it. uh, it got extended, but it did not stop. So there were some very, I would say, strong event managers who were ready to take that, challenge as well and do that. And now you see the event industry has started. There are events which are happening. So yes, it was affected, but it's again a temporary phase. It's not something which is always, it's going to be there. This time, in fact, you can use to accelerate your knowledge, to polish your skills, and then eventually use it if you are thinking about taking up career into event management. Yes, Isha, I hope I was able to answer your question. Are there any other questions? I'll be more than happy to take up questions. Yes.
Guys,
Is
any
anyone
more
has?
questions? You can please ask. Ma'am, I think that's it.
All right. I think there are no questions.
Yeah, there are no questions.
All right. No problem at all. I wish all the students all the very best in your career. This phase is definitely one of the most important phase for you, where you decide what you really love and you take up, because the next 40 years of your life you're going to be in that particular career. So guys, all the very best, and hope to hope that you all accelerate in your career choices that you make. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll quickly take you through one presentation. Ruchi, can you please share the screen?
Yes, Aparna.
Okay, so talking about the project Ready, sharing the vision to develop future workforce in India, Dell Technologies in partnership with AIF, NSDC and University of Mumbai has launched Project Future Ready to equip the workforce with career skills. The project aims to provide skill development for students through career mentoring, leveraging online skilling platforms, and providing market aligned skills training for employability and inculcating entrepreneurial mindset. So, till then, let's see what's next. So, do you guys know what's the difference between a job and a career? Can anyone tell me? Like, unmute yourself and you can answer or type it in the chat. Anyone? The difference between a job and a career? Nobody? Okay. So, a job is work where you perform to earn money to support your basic needs, and a career is a long term professional journey you may determine based on your passions. It is the path you embark upon to fulfill your professional goals and ambitions. So, career planning has basically four components, which are self assessment, career exploration, and then so we must explore our areas of interest, our passions, strengths, traits, in order to know which job profile will best suit you. Hence, self assessment is an important part of the career planning. Now, to begin, never underestimate the importance of internships. So after exploring like what you want, you need to get focused and then take an action plan. So based on self-assessment, we discover various educational training, various opportunities, and also follow industrial trends that suit best our personality and interest. For any plan to work out, it is the utmost important that we remain focused and take appropriate actions towards our goals. Next slide, please. So as we discussed above, that self-assessment is a very important component of career planning. Career mentoring test, which or a psychometric test, consists of personality test and interest test. A psychometric test provides insight into one's personality traits and interest areas, which will help you further make more precise decisions for choosing your career options. Next slide, please. Can you please show the video?
Yes, Aparna. It's visible.
And it's
Yeah, now but the voice is
Yeah, one minute.
join hands with American India Foundation for enhancing employability skills and providing career guidance to college students through its course Essential Employability Skills for Indian Youth. You can follow 4 simple steps to enroll in this course. Step 1. Log in or register yourself on eSkill India portal. To enroll in the course, click on the above banner on eSkill India portal. The banner will appear on the eSkill India main page. In case banner is in motion or not visible, you can click on the corporate training button available to reach the NSDC AIF training program. If you have registered yourself before, you can log in and continue. But if you are a new user, click on sign up, fill all the details. You will need to verify your phone number or email ID. Once verified, click on I agree to terms and conditions. You have now completed the registration process. Now you can log in and enroll in the course. Step 2. Enter coupon code. After you have logged in, enter the coupon code and click submit. Step 3. Select course and language. The course is available in 2 languages. To do the course in English, click here. Kindly remember, you will not be able to change the language of the course after enrollment. Select the language of the course carefully. Click on enroll. Click on OK. Step 4. Go through all the modules and clear the final exam to earn any certificate. After completing all the lessons in each module, you will have to give final assessment. Completing the final assessment is mandatory to complete the course and earn certificate. To give final exams, click on final exam. Each candidate will be given 3 attempts to clear the exam or improve the final score. The best score out of the 3 would be displayed on e-certificate. Now click on quizzes. Click on take quiz and complete the quiz. NSDC
Students, I have put up the link in the chat box as well. If due to internet issues the video was buffering in the between, or if the audio was not clear, I have put the link as well, and we'll continue with the presentation now.
okay. So what is employability? So it can be defined as a set of achievements, skills, understandings, and personal attributes that make someone more likely to gain employment and to be successful in their chosen occupations. And what are employability skills? So employability skills are the core skills and traits needed in nearly every job. These are general skills that make someone desirable to an organization. Hiring managers almost always look for employees with these skills. Next slide, please. So talking about few employability skills such as adaptability and flexibility. An ability to be flexible and adapt to change is vital because whether you like it or not, change will be a big part of the new era of work. Employers are increasingly looking for people who can move out of their comfort zone and see change as an opportunity for growth and innovation. Through the pandemic, you've likely faced and overcome new adversities and challenges that you didn't see before. So you should take time to acknowledge how your mindset may have shifted in recent weeks and months and how these skills can be incorporated at your workplace. Next slide, please. This is Ranruchi. Emotional intelligence and communication. Next. Yeah. So, communication and emotional intelligence is a very significant skill you need to have. You should be aware of emotional intelligence skills where you should demonstrate empathy and show deep respect towards your coworkers' emotions. Show that you care, and empathetic leadership style can make everyone feel like a team and increase productivity, morale, and loyalty. Having good communication skills is an essential tool in achieving productivity and maintaining strong working relationships at all levels of an organization. Next slide, please. So, talking about teamwork and collaboration, the basic mantra of today's business is we have to collaborate. In recent times, we see that a lot of organizations are collaborating to achieve what they aim at. Efficiency is an essential part of a team and an important aspect of workplace. Working as a team in collaboration with each other will always give you an opportunity to learn from each other's successes and failures. A leader is not only a good team player but also plays a vital role in building and leading the entire team. Being a leader brings with a lot of responsibilities, from creating a positive work culture, leading by example, and delivering results. Your team's success will depend on your capacity to plan, manage, make difficult decisions, and much more. Next slide, please. It is seen that we tend to procrastinate our work and decide to do it later. This will not be entertained at a workplace. Time is money, and effective time management skills can have a positive impact on your work and in general life. When you learn to take control of your time on a daily basis to improve your ability to get things done, make better decisions, and most importantly, gain ultimate control of your key priorities. Next slide, please. So, talking about stress management. Next slide.
Yeah.
Stress is common and unavoidable in the workplace. Present day jobs are highly insecure, full of challenges, high expectations, and demands, which cause stress in workplace. You are under high pressure and asked to achieve deadlines.
Aparna, I think the presentation has been stuck. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Yes, this slide only. So it is important that you find techniques to deal with stress management. Without some job stress, you wouldn't be very productive. A small amount of stress is good in the workplace, but 100% stress-free workplace is unrealistic. So to deal with this, you should eliminate negative stress and envision towards good stress, which pushes you to achieve your goals. Next slide. Digital communication. Yeah. Needless to say that today everything has become digital. The popularity of the digital workplace is growing due to health concerns with pandemic. You need to be up to date with all the skills of digital communication and latest technologies and online platforms for conferencing. Otherwise, it will become difficult to work in the current times. Data literacy. Next slide, please. In a world increasingly powered by data, data literacy is as important as literacy itself. And an organization's ability to succeed will be heavily dependent on its employees' ability to learn this new language. Professional performance is linked with a good grasp of data, helping us make better decisions and adding weight to our argument. Next slide. Certain job application essentials. So we need to plan for a lot of things. Say, for example, we want to go for a movie with our friends. You start planning so much about which movie to see in which theater, what will be the show timings, what is the ticket price, etc., etc. So, how much thought have you put in planning for your career? Start thinking about your career, start thinking about what are your skills, and think about polishing them up. How do you use your qualification? How do you say that I'm the one the other person is looking to hire? So, talking about resume, making resumes and CVs, knowing how to present them, how do you put yourself in the best possible way? Because your resume will be sounding amazing, but if in the interview you're not able to speak about yourself, then what's the use? Next slide, please. Okay, so now talking about a bit about University of Mumbai's Garware Institute of Career Education and Development. Our college is located on the university campus. If you come to Kalina, definitely do visit us. And we are into skill-based education, education which will give you the inputs to work better in the organization and industry. We have an undergraduate diploma program that we have an undergraduate bachelor's degree program in various fields like retail, pharmaceuticals, paint. Then we have jewelry and designing, customs and logistics, and undergraduate diploma courses. So, depending upon your interest and depending upon the field you would want to learn, we offer programs in post graduation part time and full time as well. So, there are some of the areas. Look at where your interest lies and how you can monetize it, because that is how you'll have fun. So, learn as much as possible so you can enroll yourself in a master's degree course. With that, I would like to end my presentation and we'll close today's session. I would like to thank each and every participant who has come today. A special thanks on behalf of University of Mumbai's Garware Institute of Career Education and Development, AIF and Dell Technologies, to our guest speaker, Megha Bansal ma'am and Maria Sayyed ma'am. It was a pleasure to have you all come on board and share such knowledge. And also, I would like to once again thank Dr. Anita Kanwar, ma'am, for giving us the opportunity to organize this workshop for you all. On behalf of University of Mumbai's Garware Institute, American India Foundation, Dell Technologies, I thank you all and wish you all a very best for your future. Thank you.
Students have put up 2 links in the chat box. So the first one is your registration link. So the NSDC video which was shown to you. So you can opt for that workshop, but before that you need to fill this registration form. And once you have filled the registration form, you would get a mail from us where you would be getting your NSDC coupon code. So until and unless you don't have your NSDC coupon code, you won't be able to give the workshop. And as the video was very much self-explanatory, that you get to learn about, in that workshop, you will get to learn about various skills which are required in the industry and what are the new trends in the industry. You get 3 attempts to pass a test, which would be post the workshop. It's an online test. And post that, you would also receive an e-certificate. And also regarding the psychometric test, so I have also given 3 links for the psychometric test registration. You can take up this test. Now, this test has 2 aspects to it. One is your personality and interest. So this test would tell you more about what are your personality traits and where your interest lies. The test is available to you in 3 languages, Marathi, Hindi, and English. So whichever language you're comfortable in, you could give the test in that language. And once your test is completed, you would also receive a detailed psychometric report on your email ID. So you get to know exactly what are your strengths, weakness, where your interests are, what kind of a personality trait you have. The workshop, the psychometric test, both are free of cost. So we'll keep the session on for another 5 minutes. you can save these links and register for the same. Thank you so much. If you have any questions regarding these links or how does the workshop happen and all, you can ask in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask directly as well. So both the workshop and the psychometric test would be of great help to you if you're confused as to which career path is best according to what are your hobbies or what where your passion lies. So do have a look at these links, and I would like to end the session for today. Thank you so much for to each and every participant for attending this workshop. Thank you so much.